Hi guys, it's Lord Above All again, and I'm back again from bringing this computer and connecting it back up after upgrading it and putting all the parts in. We're gonna boot this computer up and sort out the BIOS. So press F2. Alright, now we've hit the BIOS. Now these are the specs. Pentium 4 processor, Dell Dimension 4600, 3 GHz processor, and I've updated this BIOS by going on Dell's website. Now, first thing you're gonna do, hard disk drive, drive configuration. Now this tells you what drives you got there, what slots are open, what are shut. Now because this computer I already upgraded it, these settings are from what it was before. Now if I put these to, okay, now as you can see that came up as 500 gig. Now if you know from the what I installed before, it was 300 gig. But if when I showed you that second hard drive I had, I've hooked this up so I can show you how you can get that hard drive ready for use. Now so it's got 500 gig hard drive there. Now you're gonna back out of that, and you want to turn the secondary drive off because there isn't anything there and it'll just cause an error. And primary, as you know, the primary drive was the other old hard disk drive, but it's not there anymore, so we turn them off. And the secondary master and the secondary slave, they're these two CD-ROMs, so they're there, and we turn them on and just leave that to what it was before. Boot sequence. Now because we're going to use where's the CD? Yeah, because we're going to use this CD, you boot from the CD. So what we'll need to do is bring that down. Bring this down. So we have the CD-ROM first, and then it will boot from the hard disk, and we'll change this afterwards. So now you want to escape out of this. If you want to check your memory as well, you can check it from here or you can check it from inside. And as you know, it's got the 3 slots of 512 and then that 1256 of DDR RAM, and then the new graphics card, as you can see, it's an AGP but with 256 megabytes, so you can handle a couple of games on it. Now you want to save and exit, and before you do open your drive, you shouldn't have anything in it before. When you're turning the computer around, it just marks your computer and marks the CD up. Stick it in there, save changes and exit. Now it will boot up the BIOS again. We'll go through the whole thing again, and it's going to be looking, it should say start Acronis loader or something like that. There we go, we can hear the disk drive spinning up. And yeah, you can use this procedure for installing new hard drives with the old data on top. So now you want to just go to Acronis True Image Home, and this is what it comes up with. And yeah, you can use the same procedure for installing a new hard drive with your old data on it, for basically cloning it. So if your hard drive's got any sectors missing, or it's a bad hard drive because it's old, older hard drives do start to fail. I will show this in another video, but you can use the same software to sort you out. So you come up with a screen like this, and it says welcome to Acronis Home. It's backup restore, backup and recover. You don't need to worry about that bit. What you want to do is just go to Tools and Utilities, and it will say Acronis Startup Recovery Manager. Don't need to go there. Utilities, clone disk, so you can use that for installing a new hard drive. That's to delete stuff on your hard drive, but to be honest with you, you're only going to get rid of a hard drive once it's actually failed, so I just end up smashing it and binning it. But okay, so we want to add a new disk. Now the reason we do it this way rather than doing it, letting Microsoft, when you're installing the operating system, do it, because it's a hell of a lot faster, and you can see what you're doing, and you can sort up your different partitions much quicker. Now it's telling us that disk 1, which is in the first SATA slot, which is the bottom slot if you remember, has 465.8 gigabytes of serial ATA. Now that is basically you're never gonna get exactly what they say. They'll round it up. So so you get 80 gigs, 40 gigs, 60 gigs, 160 gig, 250, 320, 500, 640, stuff like that. And yeah, so it doesn't matter as long as it's near enough 500. It's fine. Now, as you can see, that there is a bit of a partition on here, and if you can see, it says FAT32 partition. If I just go over it again, Windows recovery environment. So this must have been on there from a previous occasion, which we don't want. The rest of it is unallocated, which means it doesn't even have any partition on it, so that's just getting wasted. So what we want to do now is click next, and it's a destination hard disk drive you have chosen contains some partitions that contain useful data. Click OK to confirm deletion of all partitions on the destination hard drive. Now, I'm going to go ahead and delete that, but first, just if you've got more than one hard drive on it, on your computer, you may want to disconnect the other ones you don't want first to make sure you've got the correct hard drive, but just check you have got the right one. So bear with me, I'm just going to check around the side of my computer to make sure I have got the right one, and the other one is actually disconnected. So my actual hard drive, if I pull this cable out, well, not really pull it out, it's connected on the hard drive side, which is the complicated side, and it's unplugged, and it's only reading off this kind of non-used one. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I have confirmed that it is the right hard drive. I want to delete stuff off, so click OK. Now 100% is, sorry, I accidentally skipped a step. I'm just gonna go through the whole thing again. It hasn't actually deleted it at this stage, it just looks like it has. If you click cancel, it's everything will go back. Alright, now as it shows, disk 1, which is your 468.5 gig, which is actually 500 gig hard drive, is unallocated. There's nothing on it. As you can see from here, that's your hard drive, that's your stuff where there should be things. The green stuff is what would be there, which is data. That's your Acronis secure zone, which is another part of Acronis I might show you in another video. That's unallocated. Now, Microsoft can allocate stuff for you by making a partition, but that takes forever, and this is much better and quicker. So now we want to create a new partition. We will just click create new partition. Now you can specify your partition size. You can do it either by dragging and roughly making one, and it will tell you how much you can use, because it says maximum 468. So there we go, we've got a 468.5 gig hard drive, and that's your partition type. Like, if whatever software you're using, I think can't remember what uses. I think it's FAT32 is for Mac and stuff. Or if you're making, you can do this for a PlayStation as well. It does the same thing. Now it's your primary partition you can mark, and you can label this as anything. So I'm just going to type in software. So if you just want to install your software on it, you're only on this partition, you do it. Now I'm just going to change this change the slider to what I want. So say I want, alright, I want about 179 gigs. Okay, so now we've got the software partition. Alright, that's what we've got. And that's your primary one. And this unallocated bit, we just want to label music. You wouldn't actually do this, I'm just doing this just to show you. So we've got 179 gigabyte partition of music. That partition is actually made wrong, so we can go ahead and get rid of it. I don't know, I can't be bothered. Double click on the other partition, just call it movies, and go next. Processing it, applying the layouts. Now it's going to confirm it. You got one for software, which is I kind of made it wrong by accident. But then you've got your music, which has got 180 gigs, and movies, which is 285-ish. Now, all of it is stuff that your operating system will use. Acronis Secure Zone is something your computer can't use, because it's just for your software backup, and viruses can't infect it. So just click Proceed, and it's doing its operation, and it's done, and it does it pretty fast. So now if you want to check it, click on Add New Disk, and click on your hard drive. Well, it's the only one there, so it'll show up, and those are your partitions. But because this is my spare hard drive, I'm just gonna empty it, leave it with no partition, so click next, and before it had all them, after proceed, and that's done. Now I'm gonna quickly pause this and make the part 3, and actually scrap that, I'm just gonna leave it at this, and then once you've taken your CD out, so if I just exit this program, I think it should eventually go, it should restart the computer. So I'll just power it off, and now you just want to put your operating system disk in and install it, and you should be done. And it should automatically install drivers and stuff for this computer, but install any software that comes on CDs for your new things. And I hope this helped you, and just comment for any problems or any confusions or something. And if I need to upload another video on computers and stuff for you guys, leave me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So thanks for watching, Lord above all.